Marvel's Iron Man VR puts you, the player, inside Iron Man's armor.
Who Iron Man is fits perfectly for VR. Like when you put on that helmet, when you pull those thrusters, it feels like you are in his armor.
Not only are you able to take to the skies, but you're also able to experience an authentic Tony Stark story where the sins of his past and what he's done before he became Iron Man comes back to haunt him.
And that's kind of what Ghost is in this game.
Ghost, I think, is one of the perfect Iron Man villains. Ghost is a hero. Tony must pay.
He was a weapons maker.
Futurist, irredeemable. He needs to pay
for the sins of his past, developing weapons of mass destruction.
Drones that he built.
Bring down
Stark Industries, bring down Tony Stark, burn it all down.
Ghost is a really unique character. The spin that the team at Camouflage and in conjunction with PlayStation and our own team at Marvel Games was able to put on her is really, really interesting.
She's a woman who has a vendetta against Stark Industries because she was affected by weapons built before Tony became Iron Man.
She feels that he needs to pay for what he's done, and she will only rest and be happy when you, as Tony, are destroyed.
Ghost is a perfect villain for a VR game because of her hacking abilities and her ghost abilities as well.
We wanted to try to capture the ghostly physique that made her look more ethereal, how she moves.
She can go intangible, she can go invisible. She likes to play a little bit more of a cat and mouse game.
So the challenge for Tony is, how do you defeat a foe that you can't hit?
Very tactfully in the way that Ghost approaches these situations, she starts using Tony's weapons against him.
She has an army of drones that were built by Stark Industries that are now under her control.
When the team at Camouflage was thinking about the drones, they were thinking about them in terms of, different animal creatures.
Animals such as like squids and jellyfish and manta rays, taking their movement and applying that ghostly ethereal look to all the drones.
When you look at it from the player perspective, each drone tests a particular skill that we want them to master in the game.
There are certain drones that when you're fighting them, everything's flying around you and you need to just fire off your repulsors as quickly as possible. But other drones, heavier drones, you're going to need to use a little bit more firepower to take them down. You're going to need to employ some auxiliary weapons, maybe your unibeam.
When Tony has to face these possessed drones, it's his past.
The intention of the game is to feel as much like Iron Man as possible, and part of that is the hard parts.
Tony's a really human superhero. He's got a lot of flaws that he needs to overcome. So you as the player experiencing this story about Tony Stark being his own enemy, you can relate.
The game and the experience that Camouflage has created really make you feel that you are Tony, and you are Iron Man, and you are soaring through the sky. And just because you've changed your mind or are doing different things, it doesn't mean your past is ever over, and it may come back to haunt him.
PlayStation